Well, let's look at this. Don Schumacher Racing and how they have done in Top Fuel during the swing. Not bad, I guess, would be the answer. They've come up with a win off of Antron Brown and one out of Spencer Massey, but the question still is that guy over there on the right who is not only not won in the swing, he's not won this year.
That would be nice if Don Schumacher Racing could sweep the swing, and if Tony got the win, they could do it.
Well, Mike, we're just a little bit away from heading toward funny car eliminations, and back here in the pits, Robert Height, who's the fourth pair, is just now coming out of the pits. It seems to be a bit of a tuning decision about whether the team wants to go with scuff tires, which might be better as the heat continues to rise, or new tires, which might be better right now while the track is still cool. The team has elected to go with those new set of tires to handle this cool racetrack in the round one matchup with Gary Densham. It's coming up in just a bit. Head down to the far end. Here's Gary.
Yeah, Ron Smith, Del Worsham coming up next. Meanwhile, with Bob Vandergriff, talk about tuning decisions. You see the first couple of pairs struggle, some smoke. Did your guys make a change for you just before that solid pass?
Yeah, I heard him talking about it. We were worried about it, so we probably slowed it down a little bit. You know, we had a good run down that lane for what we thought the conditions were. Obviously, it wasn't enough for that team, but at this point, there's no moral victories for our team. You know, we need round wins, and that's pretty disappointing. We need to get our act together for Brainerd.
Thanks.
Driving the Top Fuel dragster representing the country of Qatar, Del Worsham, 5 wins this year, #1 in the points, and he faces Ron Smith. NHRA travels on after a weekend off and stops in Brainerd, Minnesota. What a great place. If you've never been there, you really have to do it. It's the Lucas Oil Nationals, qualifying Saturday, August 20th. The finals on Sunday, August 21st. You'll love it. So Ron Smith, hometown racer, just trying to find his way into the big game, and here he is, and he's sitting alongside of the #1 guy in the points.
Well, this is your classic David versus Goliath. I mean, Ron Smith runs about on as small a budget as anybody out there. Just comes out once a year to this race and makes his one run, gets into the show, and then he's going to try to take on Del Worsham right now, the baddest hombre in the parking lot right now. This Alanabi race team, they just, I'll tell you what, they just keep getting better and better, and they're going to be tough all the way down the wire, obviously.
And a couple of problems they've had, they won't say it, but about everybody else says, oh, they got to be testing. That's what they're doing. They're not winning, they're testing. Not unexpected. Del Worsham 383. Smith has a bit of a problem, a little light of a fire to get down the track, while Worsham runs the 383 with a 9, and that's low of the round.
Well, Del just went up there and did his job. You saw cylinders out from Ron Smith and got out of it and got back in it and lit her up pretty good. Probably pushed out some head gaskets on the left side of your screen after the launch. And Del Worsham, though, he makes a nice pass. He was able to just pull away and just run his textbook 383, 316 miles per hour, advances to the second round.
And there he will face Sean Langdon. Well, there's Larry Dixon's car, the team car at Alanabi, to Del Worsham's, who just went down the track. Very shortly here, we'll find out who he will face. Will it be Massey or will it be Scott Palmer? And Antron Brown is coming up shortly. The #1 qualifier will face Morgan Lucas.